when we are marketing, we need to be mindful of all of those things. And then that takes us to the role of marketing in agribusiness. I know you said a lot already, but maybe just in case there's something you can add on the role of marketing.
Okay, just a few thoughts. Right now, the agribusiness industry is going to be, and has been for a while, depending on the different produce, I would say a seller's market, which means we have no choice as consumers. We need to buy food, as Tina said.
Yeah.
So that means that probably, maybe at the scale that we're doing it, at least locally, we're not necessarily yet at the scale that probably countries like, I would say the Scandinavian countries are at in terms of capacity, in terms of what they are producing, because we're talking about tons and tons of agricultural produce that they are doing. If it's livestock from here to Matsapa, it's a small scale, but still, that also brings with it still the dynamic it's a seller's market, meaning that producer, agripreneurs, buyer, it's more like they can dictate the price. As much as, yes, the COVID pandemic did bring about a bit of overproduction, but I think that did hit Kakul, big producers. I think I saw sometime in SA where busy because the hospitality industry was locked down. So things that are really tragic. But let's talk about maybe locally. So it being a seller's market, you do find a bit of, I would say, not so much of a customer-centric view, because I'm going to sell it anyhow. So as Tina says, equality it's in. But we can see the marketing, where can I get the most value when I own some business? So value chains analysis in terms of SMEs on also agriculture says if farm gate say has the lowest margin. So directly into the consumer's hand, it means you are getting the lowest margin. Because very but if you want to add value to the chain, you can decide whether you are taking the whole chain, meaning usuga from your soil into maybe a wholesaler who's then going to take it to a retailer, or you are taking it from the soil to the retailer, or you're taking it from the soil to the consumer. So what we then see is people are marketing. Unfortunately, I don't know media marketing. But by post on Facebook, my WhatsApp, we do them cabbage. And then at Loyo, we are going to target the consumer, which means that person won't get the scale. Maybe very good at the scale, but very many people I think that's fine. But both are doing a much larger scale. So then what packaging come in terms of the product. He said quality, meaning we do care, and if you want more margins, then you decide who's not making I'm going to be careful with the environment, I'm going to be careful with how am I so manure and stuff like that, because more organic, so it means I can charge a higher margin. But I think you cannot charge a higher margin if you take it to the consumer. So you need to decide, pricing and business model. Is it a B2B, low agri business here, without producer to give to retailers to sell? Marketing is a B2B strategy. Because you are making sure you are able to present to SPA, you are able to package the way that SPA can sell, which we have sometimes short. We do have make players, and like your numbers where later, then we'll do the rest, we'll market, we'll do everything. But it will be interesting, and it will be really something positive if we can have more people like Bokena who actually package for themselves and then take it through the value chain so that they can get more margins. So why are not on the pricing side? So what happens is Bamboo are selling the farm gate produce using social media awuboni umuntu vephephe namarket kangaka ngoba ukuthi le quantity sigcina substance ukuthi nje substance ukuthi silimele nje kwasekusala maybe half a hectare sesiyathengisa. So for me I would say ukuthi kune ma dynamics. Business people that are interested in the decide is where are you going to play? Am I going to play farm gates? Am I going to play retail? Ukuthi vele niya producer vele nesitolo nasami fruits and veg when niyathengisa. Where issues of perishability, storage come into play, packaging, which I think just short down, veg, which is why I like they have veggie box. Because with that box, they're casting many this. They understand that's okay, a family, because maybe they're targeting a family, that's their oversupply. They do business to consumer model. It's okay, but just family spots, my individuals. But the my individuals, let's understand this. If I'm talking to a person who's a vendor, don't discuss it like people educated at the they do family packs, but it's a vegetables. So it just becomes so easy to buy a vegetables. Or more child move that would also move spinach. About 5, 6 and 7. That's how spinach. So then you are losing the business probably to the bigger retailers. Because you don't figure in the call. Because what I need is you must think of my needs. I'm saying them at this, I'm learning Friday. Something this is consumer. I'm not talking about the retailer. Who retailer sitting up, who never is about packaging. Quality first. But which is products, but also packaging. How do you present yourself to the manager at whatever establishment? You say, if you supply mathematics, if I plastic in, so there is a bit of marketing that needs to go to that. So in your picture, I'm not selling to consumers, but in your picture, in whatever retailer, whether in country or out country, however packaged. So now mathematics, this is how I package. This is the labeling. Because I've seen the other. I think smaller players, because they label their goods, even though the goods are being sold in another shop. You can't solve that, you don't understand that. So I think people even though you know a small producer, but when I was saying that's okay, so if the retailer does allow you to have your own branding, do invest into that. Because it's squad. Or in another place. I know this product, I know what it's like. So before we actually, I would say, I don't want to call it maybe before we move into the space where I'm now advertising, I think that those are the bit of things that I've just maybe noticed in the market. Because people are advertising, no social media, no good. But another people social media, I think looks short in after sales. People post good things. You shy a manch, so ufuna the spinach my belief is don't go into the public space if you're not ready. So create your system, I will call it. But I painful. And I've seen people changing their WhatsApp into a business account. People so business account. I always wonder it's for what? Because there's nothing that's posted on the catalog side. There is no prompting message. There is no message. Sometimes you can do the notification. Let's say, thank you for contacting the assistant. Saying, they got me. He said that was more than he said. It would be painful. So that the move up and the anticipation is also a anyways, you understand everything. You hope to or something because you know some of us are sole proprietors. But since she did my business account, say to what's up. But I'm want to say, when she did that. I'm just making examples. There's an implication in terms of when we look at it from a business model side and from a marketing point of view. We say, what she does business account is now. It's just a personal account. The dictators, that what about. I don't know to business about it, except to she did the WhatsApp account. Yes, when they have a business account. Same thing on Facebook. Follow. You can follow the baggage. That's why I said there's no content. So I want to woman and I post the next. Don't pass any business. Because usually we change our accounts like that if we're doing, some people are doing personal branding, that's fine, but some people change their Facebook account into that business account because they want customers. So Snashish is good rush, we'll create a platform if we've got nothing to feed it with, besides our product. So by product alone, I'm trying to say, it's not like so we are corner to do marketing. Product online, do the other steps so that we can be able to have a fully fledged, what we call value proposition.